She's on thin pop ice. Said she's on thin ice. Yeah. Welcome back to another Blood video. You're still here at number 13. Kudos to Usos. Haha. I don't know what's so special about this secret level. I kind of like the episode 1 secret more. But the episode 2 secret is more like, what if we go out more into the wilderness? And by wilderness, I mean the glacial wilderness. Except I don't find any seals, just more fishmen and fish. A little bit. Not too bad, actually. I guess the reason it's put as a secret level probably has to do with some of the platforming. And get a little, intense. Yay, 2D sprite rocks, my favorite. That's what I like to see. Up. Get that guy over there. Blah, ha ha ha. Oh, nice, he fell into the water. Now, call me crazy, but I think if you burn someone and they fall in the water, they cool off. So I'm going to have to make sure he actually died first. Okay, he didn't. So, point of physics to you. Oh yeah, don't use the spray can underwater. It doesn't work! You can't! Good try, though. You were trying to think outside the box, you were, but that's too bad, because you were supposed to think outside the box you're currently in. Outside the boxception. Yes. Zombies out in the open. I'm not sure how partial I am to these enemies being, like, in more open areas. Especially the zombies. They're pretty much fucked. Like, you thought they were easy before, but taking them forever to get to me from, like, a long distance, like, yeah, I don't even know why you're trying right now. I love these ice sounds. You know, the cracking of the glacial north. I guess while we're on the subject, you know our ice caps are melting, right, dude? Get off the planet while you still can! It's all going to shit! It's gonna turn into a lava ball pretty soon. You might want to get off and go to somewhere else. Anyway, there you go. Well, I did all that I can do. I mean, I know what else I can do. It's just, the problem is, we as a species, or many of us, kind of already know what to do. But, you know, it becomes a bit of an us versus them situation. I'm not saying, like, in terms of politics. I mean, in, like, it's you, it's your will, and then another's will. No time to judge. No time to fudge. Let's press the detonator box like that one I saw on Gusty Gulch Mine, where you turn into one of those things. Indeed. Transmogrification complete. Your DNA has been altered. You are now a chicken. That's what this game is missing. The ability to turn things into chickens. Ah! Sorry, Shark Man. It was not part of the Shark plan. Tonight on Shark Week, Shark crossed with humans. We're ending Shark Week forever now. Congratulations! I don't know if I care about watching Shark Week on TV, but I like the idea of there just being a week dedicated to sharks. So, you know what they'll probably do next time that comes around? Which shouldn't be too long from when I recorded this.
Son of a bitch.
I'll see if there's someone that has, like, live streams of sharks. Because there is people who do that. There's people live streaming the zoo. So maybe there's something like that for sharks I can take a look at for Shark Week. It might be fun. I don't know. Assuming we have sharks at a zoo. I don't actually know. You'd think I'd know, having been to only, like, one zoo in my entire life. It was the Bronx Zoo, mind you. And that's a good zoo. I think... Yeah, what were the other zoo I'd want to visit? The San Francisco Zoo? Yeah. The big zoos. You know what else I think I've been? I think I may have been to the Museum of Natural History. Possibly. And if I haven't, I'm going to go back. Either way, I am kind of a museum person. The thing about museums is that, you know, I really only go once in a while. Like, I wouldn't visit the same museum the next day. It's like, I had so much fun in the museum, I'm going there again. Like, you should probably just go once a year. But then you have these people who have these, like, cards that's like, here's your museum package. You know, like, you get a subscription to visiting the museum. It's just like, wait, are you just coming back every week? Like, I don't know if museums update fast enough for me to want to do that, so I'd have to just go to several different museums instead of going to the same one multiple times in my life. Now, the same can't be said for the zoo. You can always visit the zoo and have some fun. Because animals are doing different stuff, so, you know, if you had free visits to the zoo, you know I could be going. You know another animal is cool? The otters. Otters are great. They're your friends.
Fellow mammals of Earth, we must work together to save our planet from the polar ice caps melting, or Captain Planet is gonna murder all 7 billion of us in our sleep. The power's not yours anymore! By our powers combined, I give far more of a shit than you guys do.
Thanks, Ted Turner. Okay. Actually, you know, it's kind of an off thing about me to talk about, but Captain Planet is probably the first time I heard of AIDS, which is a weird context, but it is true. I'm saying that because I don't think cartoons talk about this stuff anymore, or just, not even in a way that's controversial, just sort of like, what do you do about that? Like, shit sucks. It was very real for something that was more about just teaching you the allegory of saving the planet. But this was just so literal, I'm just like, whoa, you guys mean it. I don't think it was poorly received, though. I think they did a good job, from what I know about it. You know, it's just like, don't worry about whose fault it is. Help someone deal with getting treatment for AIDS, you know? So, if you're feeling sick, you know, try not to put the blame on yourself if you're focused on getting better. Is all I'm saying. And that matters when I'm talking about blood, because this is pretty much my first playthrough of Blood, technically. Not blind, though. I try to do my research while doing these things. But, you know, I've been kind of just getting down on myself for not getting things done on the first try, or just freaking out that I'm not going to know what during the level, or... Actually, I get my own version of stage fright. I've had it before, too, because I've been in a theater a few times. This kind of helped me prepare for doing YouTube, if you can believe that, but that was just something I want to do for funsies. I'm not really big into being part of theater, but I'm okay with watching it. Although it probably means more if I know the people at the theater. It's got really a personal touch, you know? But yes, I have a little bit of experience with the theater. Kind of dabbled, rather. I think it's the appropriate way. It's just, I need to memorize the lines, essentially. I get everything else. I know how to do everything else in the theater except the lines. It's like, that's kind of what you need. It's like, yeah, you're right. So, maybe if I were to work at a theater, maybe I could just be prop guy. Here are your props. Cool. By the way, I love Prop Hunt, and I love this other game, which is like Ghostbusters meets Prop Hunt on Steam. I want to try it with some of you guys, maybe someday. It seems like it's really stupid fun. Because it is stupid fun, and I like stupid fun things. As should you, a stupid fun person. Wow, annoying jumping section! Hell yeah!
Give me your hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Look at that. My mood has improved tenfold just from talking about this. Cool. You know, that just tells me that YouTube LPs are therapeutic. Actually, yes. That's why I do it all the time now. Hells yes. Really wish there was more I could change about the world. I'm sure I am changing the world. It's just, you know, in the grand scheme of things, keeping the video game experience alive is not something I thought I'd think about. But, you know, before I was alive, video games were still a very new idea. Or rather, they weren't a new idea at the time, but they were still just coalescing into what you think of a video game now. Because I feel like the idea of a video game has matured much that there's only so much you can innovate now. Unless you're just making a different kind of thing altogether. So, you know, bringing the importance of that as I've grown up along with video games. You know, I have to start, like, treating it as it's part of culture. Which means I have to preserve that culture in some way by talking about it all the freaking time. And, you know, as long as I can't explore the stars, I at least have everyone else's brains in the video game format to look at. Essentially transfinite as long as people are making stuff. So I get new material to talk about all the time. But how's that translating to money, Mr. Gaming Wolf, who plays the blood, sir? I can't answer that. Although, I do have a thought. I do have a thought, actually. Is there people that do commissions for LPs? Like, you know, if someone... like, do people pay for someone to do LPs in that way? Because I know there's commissions for artists, and they sometimes do, well... It's, like, they're not trademarking the art. Like, if they're doing fan art, that's commissioned, let's say. Right. So would that fall into the realm of someone being able to commission someone's LP? Right? Because, you know, if you paid me money, I probably would try to do the game you're working on. And if I couldn't, I would refund you. That'd be my draw. Or try to trade you in for another project if you want that, but, you know... Yeah. You know, I'd treat that as I would just have you put the money down, and then I just have it waiting there until I'm done. But I want to make sure it's collateral so you're not just hanging on to it. So we just kind of put it in this, like, weird space of whether I do it or not, depending on how much I need the money or something. That way, no one feels ripped off until the transaction is concluded. I don't know. That's just me trying to be fair. All's fair in blood and war. Big ass door. No zombies at the exit. Lame, but okay. That's pretty much it. Yep. Oh yeah, you know how I got here through the secret exit? That wasn't something I used. I just kind of walked into it. That may have something to do with how I started it too soon in the last video. It wasn't as, like, dramatic as episode 1's secret exit, but still. Good shit, good shit. See you soon.